People's thinking styles affect how they get things done, but teams are unaware of it and instead focus on improving little features in their solution based on how people are using it or based on some sort of average user or standard process, when instead they could be using thinking styles to provide much better value for people. Hi, I'm Indy Young, and I've spent 30 years helping teams create thinking styles. So what is a thinking style? It is the preference someone has for doing something. Like maybe I cook dinner, maybe you cook dinner, but we might have different ways that we like to do it. Our thinking styles are based on our cognition. What went through my mind as I was cooking, my inner thinking, my emotional reactions, and my personal rules. And these come from listening sessions and get built into segments for your organization. And the problem is that I might judge the way that you cook dinner because it's different than the way I cook dinner. I might see a bunch of pizza boxes and takeout cartons in your recycling and think, he's not cooking dinner, when in fact, you actually have a great ability for putting dinner on the table to eat. So you might see some judgment in your own organization. In an airline that I worked with, they had a passenger type that yelled at the gate attendants when there was a delay. And they imagined these people were upset at everything in all the parts of their lives. At a campground, the manager was not happy with these people who would reserve a group campground and party all night. They have no respect. And the rules that they made just got ignored. You might also see problems come up when you think of people in terms of an average, like a company was restructuring and they thought, the average employee doesn't like restructuring, so we have to teach them how to collaborate in this new environment. Or your organization might describe their users by role. Hey, at this tech company, it was detect and stop a security breach versus prevent future security breaches. We've got this covered. Or when it comes to accessibility, you may think of people in terms of their disability. So this is all just accepted. It's business as usual, no matter what process you tend to use. And often teams are just focused on trying to get an idea for a solution. And when they do that based on average users and they launch that solution, they end up having to optimize it and spend all this time in cycles and customer support optimizing it. And people also have to spend their own labor trying to struggle through the thing and calling up customer support. So this is called the lens of the solution. This is how we normally do it. Teams omit a lot of people and orgs miss a ton of opportunity. What does it look like when we do use thinking styles? Those grumblers at the airline, they turn into the frustrated by the struggle, and the team suddenly recognizes how valid their mental state is and gets creative with solutions to help them deal with what they're frustrated about. The partying campers are suddenly the celebrate living, and the campground manager finds a secluded place for them where the manager gets really creative with the facilities to help people celebrate life and the environment. In terms of the average user, we actually found 4 thinking styles that the managers at that company that was restructuring were able to identify and use to support individual employees in a way that was more apt to help them through this restructuring. With the roles are just people's goals or purposes, and within each one of those roles, there were thinking styles. Also, with respect to accessibility, people are not their disability. So thinking styles help teams create value for more people, and this variety provides much higher outcomes for the people who are trying to get things done their way. It also allows us to describe complex emergent cognition in a way that allows teams to take advantage of new technology, and it increases customer lifetime value. I will teach you how in this course about listening, and understanding thinking styles.